In this unit, we will examine strategies for protecting and honoring the pastor's wife and family. The strategy of poisoning the well, a notable logical fallacy, has been a long-employed tactic in various discourses, including theological and spiritual battles. This strategy involves discrediting the sources of information before they have the opportunity to present their message. In religious contexts, particularly in narratives concerning spiritual warfare, Satan is often depicted as using this tactic to undermine the credibility of God's servants. By casting aspersions on the messengers, he aims to distract from and diminish the influence of the divine message they are tasked to deliver. This method is particularly effective because it scatters seeds of doubt and mistrust before any actual arguments or teachings can be evaluated on their own merits. If the audience harbors suspicions or negative perceptions about the messenger, they are less likely to accept the message, regardless of its intrinsic truth or moral weight. This preemptive strike not only marginalizes the messenger, but also shifts the focus from the content of the divine message to the supposed deficiencies or ulterior motives of its bearers. In essence, poisoning the well is a deliberate ploy to divert attention away from God's message, making it more challenging for individuals to receive and internalize spiritual truths. It exploits human psychology by capitalizing on our tendency to be influenced by first impressions and preconceived notions, thereby obstructing open and unbiased consideration of spiritual teachings. By understanding this tactic, believers can better guard against such manipulative strategies, focusing instead on the substance and spiritual significance of the messages they encounter. In theological discussions and spiritual narratives, a recurring theme involves Satan targeting not only God's messengers, but also their families, particularly their wives and children. This strategy is seen as an extension of the broader tactic of undermining the messenger's credibility and effectiveness. By attacking those closest to God's messengers, Satan aims to exploit personal vulnerabilities, creating turmoil and distraction that can hinder the messenger's focus and spiritual resilience. The rationale behind this approach is both strategic and psychological. The family unit is often the core support system for individuals, providing emotional stability and strength. When this foundation is shaken, it can profoundly affect the messenger's capacity to perform their duties effectively. The psychological burden of concern for one's family can lead to decreased mental clarity, diminished resolve, and potential compromises in their mission. Moreover, the moral and emotional dilemmas posed by threats to one's family can test personal faith in the integrity of the messenger, making them more susceptible to doubt and despair. This tactic also serves to sow discord within the community of believers, as the struggles of a spiritual leader's family might unsettle or demoralize others within the faith community. Observing the suffering or challenges faced by the family might lead others to question the protection and benevolence of a higher power, thereby weakening communal faith and cohesion. Therefore, by extending his attacks to include the families of God's messengers, Satan attempts to destabilize the messenger from a deeply personal angle, thereby undermining their spiritual mission more comprehensively. Recognizing this method can help believers and spiritual leaders prepare and fortify themselves and their families against such invasive spiritual warfare, ensuring that their mission and their community's faith remain steadfast. Believers should not participate in the marginalization of God's messenger, his wife, or his family. Just as the messenger is worthy of honor, his wife and family are also worthy of honor. They should be honored, loved, and supported. This is the will of God. Honoring the pastor's wife and family is an essential practice that should be embraced by the church community. The pastor's family plays a pivotal role in supporting the pastor's ministry, often sacrificing their own time and personal pursuits to ensure the well-being and success of the congregation. The pastor's wife, in particular, frequently serves as a silent partner, offering emotional and logistical support, which allows the pastor to focus on their spiritual responsibilities. Recognizing her contributions not only acknowledges her sacrifices, but also reinforces the value of family within the church. Moreover, the pastor's family often shares in the challenges and stresses that come with leading a congregation. They are deeply involved in the life of the church, whether through direct ministry roles or by providing a stable and supportive home environment for the pastor. Their involvement and sacrifices deserve recognition and appreciation. By honoring the pastor's wife and family, the church demonstrates its gratitude and fosters a culture of respect and support, which is vital for the health and unity of the church community. Celebrating and acknowledging the pastor's family can take many forms, from public recognition during services to more personal gestures of appreciation. These acts of honor not only uplift the pastor's family, but also set a precedent for valuing the contributions of all families within the church. This recognition encourages a stronger, more compassionate community where every member feels valued and supported in their spiritual journey. Honoring the pastor's wife and family can be achieved through various thoughtful strategies that emphasize recognition, support, and appreciation. One effective approach is to publicly acknowledge their contributions during church services or special events. This can include dedicating a portion of a service to express gratitude for their support, highlighting specific ways they have positively impacted the church community. Public recognition not only honors their efforts, but also educates the congregation about the vital role they play behind the scenes. Additionally, organizing appreciation events or special days dedicated to the pastor's family can be a meaningful gesture. These events can include heartfelt testimonials, gifts, and personal messages of thanks from congregation members. A well-organized appreciation event can create a lasting impact, showing the pastor's family that their sacrifices are noticed and valued by the entire church community. Providing practical support is another crucial strategy. This can involve offering assistance with household tasks, childcare, or even arranging periodic getaways for the pastor's family to rest and rejuvenate. By alleviating some of the everyday pressures, the congregation can demonstrate their care and consideration for the well-being of the pastor's family. Furthermore, establishing a committee or group dedicated to the care and support of the pastor's family can ensure ongoing attention to their needs. This group can regularly check in with the pastor's wife and family, providing a reliable source of support and a listening ear. It also allows for a more organized approach to meeting any specific needs they may have, whether it's emotional support, assistance with errands, or planning special recognitions. Encouraging open communication between the pastor's family and the congregation is vital. Creating an environment where the pastor's wife and family feel comfortable expressing their needs and concerns can foster a deeper sense of community and mutual respect. This can be facilitated through regular meetings or informal gatherings where they can share their experiences and receive feedback from church members. Incorporating these strategies into the church's culture not only honors the pastor's wife and family, but also strengthens the overall sense of community and support within the church. By making a concerted effort to recognize and appreciate their contributions, the congregation can build a more compassionate and connected spiritual family. God warns evildoers not to lay a hand on his anointed and to do his prophets no harm. This admonition extends to God's protection of the families of his servants. Church leaders must take a strong and vigilant position in regard to protecting and honoring the pastor, his wife, and his family. As a long-term pastor, some of the kindest things ever done to or for me relate to loving and supporting my wife and my children. One old deacon always greeted my wife with a smile, and these words, "How is my pastor's wife today?" Another servant of the Lord would repair my kids' bicycles when they had a problem. I am reminded of the words of Jesus on the subject. Whoever welcomes a prophet as a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. Matthew 10:41.